Welcome back, everybody. Today, we are going to be talking about one of the most controversial topics in the automotive industry. But before we do that, I gotta make some space. So move this car out of here. God, I love this car. I love that car so much. It's so much fun. All right, so the debate of the century: air versus electric. This is something that has definitely been more and more prominent, especially with Harbor Freight carrying things like this Earthquake XT, which you've seen me use in previous videos. I love this thing. This thing is fantastic. Real question comes, do I need air compressor anymore? Do I need this anymore? You know, you're starting out as a mechanic, or you're getting into cars and you want to start up, and like back in the day when I first started, you had air tools, you were the man. You were a mechanic, even if you didn't know how to use this thing. These things were the best things in the world. Now these come along and they cut the cord, literally. I will grab this every day over this one. But is it good enough to really get rid of that air compressor? There's so many plus and minuses. Some of the pluses for the electric. First off, cordless, fantastic. Love it, great. Makes life so much simpler. Downside, not as strong as the pneumatic. Works well. I've never had any issues with this. It works good. I can use it as a regular ratchet as well if I need to break something loose. Continue taking a bolt out. Problem, batteries. This dies, what do? You gotta have more than one. You don't have more than one, you're up the creek, you gotta wait an hour or plus to get it recharged to continue anything. Doesn't matter if you have an electric air ratchet or impact. Battery dies, now you gotta wait for it to charge unless you have another battery. So, side tip, make sure to get ones with lithium batteries, not NiCad batteries. Spend the extra and get the lithium batteries. They last longer, they're more powerful, and they don't die as fast. You don't have to replace them as often. So having two of those is the way to go. Versus our air ratchet, which run on air, you know. We've all tried this. Nope, can't do it. I'm not that good. Oh, well. We've all been down the road with an air ratchet where the hose is in the way. You get the hose gets caught in everything. You have to reel up the hose when you're done. If you have hose reels, or you have to coil it up yourself, you have to unplug it, and it's hard to push them in and get the connectors on. Oh, but they're more powerful, a little more compact, kind of, because when you have the hose, it's another thing you have to worry about. And when this runs out of juice, you just gotta wait for the air compressor to build back up, and you continue back where you're going. Now, something like an air ratchet doesn't use that much power, or doesn't use a lot of air to go through, versus something as an impact gun, which will drain it, my 30-gallon air tank, in 2 seconds flat. And besides all of that, with the air tools, everybody loves that familiar sound of anybody who has air tools. Yep. Amazing, isn't it? Having to hear that every single time you have to air up your tires, or you gotta use an impact gun, or you're gonna use an air ratchet, or you're gonna use a die grinder. God help you if you have something smaller than an 80-gallon air tank and you're gonna use a die grinder. So, me personally, I'm not gonna get rid of my air compressor because I already have one, but if I was starting over, I wouldn't have one. I would be sticking with electric all day long. These guys work great. Never any issues, and if this isn't strong enough to get the job done, I'm gonna be busting out my manual tools to do it anyways, and then at that point, if it's a really long bolt, I'm just gonna use this anyways. Another downside for this bad boy is when you buy these things, you gotta have the massive amount of chargers. Let me show you. I mean, come on, look at this. Got 3 chargers here. Doesn't include the charger for this guy here. Doesn't include the chargers for any other devices that I have. It doesn't include any of the other chargers for anything else I have, let alone my camera equipment. But even with 4, 5, or even 6 different chargers for everything, it takes up less space than an air compressor. And when you're like me and you're in a 2-car garage with a little extra space for things, space is at a premium. I can mount those on a wall, make a nice charging station with shelves and everything, get them off the ground, one really good power strip. And there, I got all my bases covered. I have extra batteries sitting right up there. And I can get some hooks, maybe hang them underneath. I don't know, there's plenty of other options, but all that takes up less space in my toolbox and it takes up less space on my floor. Another reason, get rid of the air compressor, or at least if anything, maybe not get rid of the air compressor, get a really small one just for airing up tires, or maybe having to pressurize a line or something of that nature. Your thoughts, what do you guys think? Are you gonna cut the cord? Are you guys gonna go all electric? Let me know, put in the comments below, what are your favorite tools? What are your favorite electric tools that you guys use? What brands? Are you good with the Earthquake XTs or the Harbor Freights? Or you can spend the extra money and get something like a DeWalt or stuff? Let me know. Put in the comments below. Till next time, don't forget to subscribe. Peace.